Shady Bobby. Welcome to Wrasslin with Big E and the PODCAst, tag champs of the whole world, slamming like a DDT. Got it like just like a figure four. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash straight to the face. I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling's where you need to be. Shady Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling's where you need to be. Shady Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Wrasslin with POT and Big E. And we're here to bring you another episode of premium wrestling content. It's them wrestling boys. What's up, bro?
Brother. Hey, thank y'all for joining us. Before you do anything, like, comment, subscribe, get all that done before you go on this joyful occasion with it's called Welcome to Wrasslin. What's going on, bro? It's episode 45, man. Booby Miles.
Hey, Billy Durham. This time for real. I mean,
MJ.
The whole
MJ.
bus.
Hey.
Billy Durham, the realest. Hey, that dude that day showed me that he was a G all the way. Went on to the bus by himself. We're gonna take on Walton Raiders, whole high school football team. Of course, we wouldn't let him do it, but Billy would have fought every single one of them if we would have let him. Shout out to Billy Durham.
Hey, man. Everybody had that 4 or 5 on their helmet that when we played them that next season. But hey, man, welcome to Wrasslin again. 45, Billy Durham, Booby Miles, and MJ.
Yeah.
MJ back with we back like MJ with the 4 or 5, baby.
Wearing the 4 or 5.
But yeah, man, it's welcome to Wrasslin. We're gonna start every week like we do during football season and talk a little football. I tell you what. Bama had a rough one today. It's one of those things where you're glad they have the bad game when they do.
Right.
And it also showed a little character that they didn't give up, they didn't quit fighting, and came out on top at the end. So, thank God for that. Glad that one's over with. Shout out to the South Carolina quarterback Selly, man. That joke was on the move all day. And they played good, but not good enough. And we played bad, but not bad enough.
Well, that's always a tough place to play over there in South Carolina or Columbia.
And we talk about the SEC, and everybody knows that they're the strongest conference. But I tell you what, man, it doesn't matter. These guys, if Auburn is doing bad, South Carolina is 1-5 in the conference. Any given Saturday, they gonna show up and not make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they did make some mistakes, and I won't say that, but I mean they had us on the ropes the whole game. You know what I mean? But shout out to Bama for coming back. Shout out for Bama for winning. A&M still undefeated. I thought it was gonna be a way better game today. I know it really got loose in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well.
The game
it was a good game until
the fourth quarter.
That punt return kind of split.
Hey, man, if you watch football, coach football, play football, momentum is real. Momentum is a real thing. So that's big.
I thought in y'all game when my man muffed that punt.
Oh, man. And it wasn't even about muffing it. He didn't even get it hit one of the gunners.
Still a muff.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't our punt returner per se.
Right. But that being said, though, I thought the writing was on the wall. You know how, like you said,
I,
momentum,
I
that
did
bad
too.
juju. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, yeah.
But y'all
Um,
persevered, man. Y'all got through that and closed out the game and really showed why y'all in the position that y'all in now.
Ole Miss continues to show that they're dangerous. Um, Oklahoma ain't no punk. I know they've been beat a couple of times, but they ain't no punk.
Right.
You know? So Ole Miss showing they still there. LSU, I think we've already seen the Florida coach, Arkansas. I think Brian Kelly's next because I don't know if they're gonna let him finish out the season or what, but LSU is definitely not LSU this year.
I think the only way he'll save his job is if he pull off that upset next week.
Yeah, and
If then, but
yeah,
I don't, Vandy got a W over Missouri.
yeah,
They continue their winning ways. So like I said, man, SEC is a gauntlet every week.
yeah,
And they're getting later, deeper and deeper into the conference schedule. And of course, everybody don't play everybody. There's 16 teams. And they
yeah,
also changed the way they did the schedule. There's no more East and West. However, they these teams are playing each other, so they're going to have to start losing. So the SEC championship is wide open, and right
yeah.
now Texas
Especially now,
A&M and
A&M's the top
Alabama is in
dog.
the driver's seat. They're both
Yeah,
undefeated in conference. So
right. Yeah, but like I say, you got it's week 8, so we got about everybody's about in their 8th or 9th or 7th or 8th game. So first of all, college football is almost over with, more than halfway. We play 12 games in the season. So
right,
like then we've got 4 more games left, and hopefully a SEC championship, and then a playoff, and
right.
all the way to the Natty. But I'm gonna tell you one thing I'm hating seeing right now is Coach Prime in Colorado. They are not looking good. They getting their head toe off as we speak.
Utah.
Yeah, and it's just not looking good. Not looking good at all. You know,
Hey, Georgia Tech still undefeated.
man, you damn right. So and so is A&M, Texas A&M. So, um, yeah, can't wait till
Hey,
next week. Like we got a big
and
one with LSU and Bama. So, and that's
hey,
always a good game too.
you also got to point out. I know it's Big Ten. Of course, we in the Southeast, so we're SEC biased. But Indiana looks scary.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
again,
yeah,
I like Suniti, their coach. I
yeah,
like his attitude, and I really, in a weird way, I'm kind of pulling for them to take over Ohio State
yeah,
eventually. Yes, I say
yeah,
that out loud, Vaishon or whoever else is Ohio State fans out there.
yeah. Vaishon Toledo Mud Hands fan. What
Hey,
do you
I
think
am
about
too.
coming to? I don't know. I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. I'll call you later.
Major league people, major league.
Hey, hey, my favorite part, man, when Willie Mays Hayes makes that basket catch.
Yeah.
He comes back in. Great catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again.
You sound just like him, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, let's talk a little bit about some news from this week in the sporting world and some
Mm.
heavy hitter names coming out too about the about this gambling ring with the NBA. Um, for sure Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and what's
Dante
the other?
Jones.
Yeah, they've been arrested, and then now more names are coming up. More names are coming up. But Chauncey looked crazy coming out there. The media was all over him coming out of that jailhouse.
Yeah.
You know, so
And this thing, he coached the game the night before.
right. And they start putting out stuff with Rozier, with the blowing the games, and like it's been some videotapes. If you look at it, it looks like, what was the movie with
Blue Chips.
Blue Chips? What? Look at that coach say, look at that pass. Piss poor. Piss. We won the game. We just didn't beat the damn spread. But LeBron name has come up. Kevin Garnett name coming up. It's some crime families.
Like the Gambino,
yeah,
several others.
Yeah. So, I don't necessarily think we'll be hearing too much tattletelling, but people just taking plea bargains. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we joking about it, but this is serious business, dog. This is serious, and it's not just them doing illegal poker games. It's having stuff to do with actual games they played in.
Well, you got to think that basketball official years ago, was named Donahue or
yeah,
Tim Donahue or whatever. You remember he talked about that stuff, and we know that. Of course, we don't know to what extent. But we know that stuff goes on. And in this situation right here, there's many different cases, my understanding. And they, when the feds, they don't just they will watch you for
they
years.
sit back and take names and gather evidence. Yeah, they ain't trying to get you in the first 48. They try, know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're doing their homework and trying to figure out everybody that's involved, and they probably got one person that's telling on everybody. You know what I mean?
So there's layers to this stuff right here.
It ain't no telling, man. It ain't no telling. I tell you what, bro. But yeah, man. So like for the sports world, it's bad news.
Right.
Definitely. For individuals, it's definitely bad news. Like I say, Chauncey was just coaching. Rozier
just got a contract extension last season.
Yeah, Rozier and Jones still active in the league. So and then you got Hall of Famers being called out. And future Hall of Famers.
Right.
Bro, Colorado's got negative 18 yards total in the first half. Negative 41 rushing yards and 23 passing yards.
Dang. See, they use those quarterback sacks. Rushing yards. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But anyway, but yeah, man. So definitely be keeping an eye on that as the stories keep breaking and stuff, and we'll keep giving our opinions on it about it and stuff. But when you think about gambling, like you say, you think about Pete Rose. That's the first name that usually comes to mind. You got the Chicago Black Sox. Shoeless Joe Jackson. They had 8 guys that got banned from baseball for life for throwing the World Series. But that also all because they wasn't getting paid. The owner wasn't paying them what he was supposed to be paying them, and they was trying to make some money.
Right.
And it's clearly what everybody else is trying to do. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, it's that almighty dollar will get you. It can make or break you.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that will swear up and down that sports is rigged anyway.
Yeah.
Whether they talk about the Super Bowl and.
I got a text about it today.
Yeah. So I mean,
I've been telling you for years.
Yeah, and I'm not really one for. I don't believe that now in situations like what we're talking about now with the gambling and all that. I definitely feel like there's players that can be bought and had, but I don't believe
Right.
that a whole team will go into a Super Bowl and say, okay, yeah, we're going to go out here and lose this game on purpose when it's
Yeah.
not guaranteed that we'll make it back to the Super Bowl and potentially win a ring. Because
Right.
there's no, ask Matt Ryan and the Falcons if they felt like they was, going to make it to another Super Bowl.
Right.
Uh, so I don't necessarily believe that a whole team would go out there and just purposely lose. Now, but players obviously can be bought, you would think, or maybe officials or whatever.
Yeah.
So there are definitely games that can be altered.
Yeah.
I do believe that, but but still, a lot of things have to bounce a certain way,
Yeah.
and plus the game will probably have to be close,
Mhm.
and for things to may potentially happen. But when just follow the paper trail, the money, it's a dirty business, and like you said, this is a black eye on the sport, especially basketball. And we'll see what comes next with this.
And I tell you what, and this is we'll just talk about one event. And we're not saying anybody's guilty because we have no idea. We're just going off what we hear with the media and giving our opinion like everybody else. LeBron James, this whole time he's been in the league, that's been everybody's go-to. The man ain't never got in trouble and ain't did this and did that, never had nobody do this. You never got caught cheating, none of that stuff. So this is something different for him.
Mm.
So it's just not negative backlash from something that he's been in the game and said in the game or done or anything like that. It's not like talking about a flop, because that's, it ain't been much about him to talk about
Right,
negative wise if it ain't got to do with the game, with basketball.
right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing outside the court to really talk about, but this is definitely something new for him. So, and like I say, we're not saying anybody guilty or anybody did anything. We definitely gonna find out. So we'll keep y'all updated with and keep giving our opinion or whatever. But hey man, it's welcome to wrestling, dog. Let's hop into it. We just gonna cover go ahead.
Gotta touch on the very historic versus battle
Oh
that happened tonight.
yeah.
Don't want to go far in depth into it.
Right.
We're not drink champs or anybody.
Right.
However, I had to talk about the No Limit Cash Money, which those are
Okay.
two major record labels down south
Mm-hmm.
in our prime when we was, in our teens and
Yeah.
young adulthood was very impactful in our lives. So
Yeah.
tonight was very legendary, but I will start off and say I was very disappointed because Lil Wayne was not out there with Cash Money for
Yeah.
whatever reason. We know they have a lot of turbulence in the relationship. Who knows if it's a money thing or whatever? I don't know. Maybe you people out there know. I don't know nothing, but I'm just saying that was a buzzkill for me.
Yeah.
Wayne not being there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I figured since C Murder and Mystical wouldn't be there, they had to. Well, Murder and Mystical can't be here. Y'all can't bring Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Well.
But you talk about No Limit got us through high school, and Cash Money was a part of our adulthood, going
Right.
into adulthood.
Right.
And I tell you, those live shows, it's all about the music. It's not really about the performance, because no live show, especially no rapper, is going to be as good as the album, listening to the album.
No, they be having 25 people on stage,
Right.
if not more, and it's not like you said. It's not really like a performance thing.
Right.
Not with. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head on that.
Yeah. Me X was probably the clearest one out there as far as to me. She wasn't losing her breath. She was out there killing it. I used to be, and then plus also it's probably a little bit, she done lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it might be like easier for her now. So, you know what I'm saying? If she had to struggle to do it back then, just think how easy it is now. You know what I mean? But they are artists, and a lot of artists are trained to how to get your breath and all that stuff and whatever. But I thought she was real clear. I was glad to see her there. You know, I don't know, man. It's like No Limit was the shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But back then you could listen to the whole album. Now I can't listen to the whole album because some of that shit is corny.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Now, as far as that versus battle, I enjoyed it because it was, you know, it was like a flashback.
Yeah. And that's
But
what it's for. Yeah.
and I don't want to say one, versus people want to say, well, so and so won or so and so won, which is all opinions.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. When I judge No Limit and Cash Money, music wise,
Mhm.
I had to say Cash Money.
Right.
But for what No Limit did for the independent record labels and what P did in that era, and also the way he was pumping out albums every week
The
with the
amount of
plastic
material
cases,
and music that was put out.
with the plastic cases with the different colors and the
Yeah.
presentation, and even the record deal he got with Priority with the
Mhm.
percentage of that what he did. Well, he kicked the door down and
Yeah.
really helped pave the way for the Cash Monies and everybody else. So what No
Yeah.
Limit did, and though that year or two, those 2 years, 3 years, how many years that he kept that pace, nobody can touch them on that. I don't give a damn what record label.
Right.
But if you want to talk about my personal opinion, I like No Limit music. Don't get me wrong, but the songs that Cash Money, and you got to think they didn't even have the Wayne stuff
Man. Bro,
at all.
you could have played 400 Degrees every other song and it'd have been a rap.
Well, yeah, that too. Which I thought Juvie did his thing tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh, I thought BG was tripping. I don't know,
Yeah.
something like he was too out there. I don't know what he was drinking, what he was on.
Yeah. You got to think, bro. Them motherfucker been locked down for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
And I know he been out for a minute, but you know, that man out there getting love, and he's still living like before he went in is what he was used to.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't
You
mad
know what I'm
at him.
saying? So
I hate that the whole thing, whatever going on with Turk, which you heard that they was having issues with Turk when they was on that little tour they was on. So
Turk
you
and
know,
Turk been saying some crazy stuff, and
yeah,
you
he's off
know,
the rocker anyway.
yeah,
He's talking crazy when he's on Drink Champ. So
right. But
uh
Turk did some time too, and
yeah,
and I don't know, man, if he's a little throwed off, but baby took some jabs at him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I that was disappointing. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
we ain't in that
You knew
business
somebody
of
was gonna act up and say something. I don't believe it would have been on P side. I would have,
yeah,
because Master P is different.
yeah,
Master P
yeah,
is a gangster in the music business, but I think that's about it.
yeah,
Because he's, you got to think, even like when he was on what you call it, Breakfast Club, and they started talking about Mercedes. He, whoa. He was like, she a woman now, don't do that. You can't talk about that. Like, he's a gangster when it comes to that stuff, the checking folks and speaking his mind, and he's not scared to say this, scared to say that. But the stuff that he did, you know what I'm saying, with bringing Snoop in and teaching Snoop how to be his own boss and then letting him go and do his own thing. Like,
And that was cool. Snoop being out there, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
like how they did his verse a cappella. Where they let him
yeah,
really do his verse. You know what I mean? You could tell he
yeah,
was into it too. You know what I mean? He
yeah.
wanted to show everybody, he's a no limit soldier too. Damn it.
He was.
Yeah, well, right. Well,
You
but
know what I'm saying? Because P was knocking them movies out,
yeah,
and then Cash Money was doing the same thing. They had that baller blocking movie, which was that was way
yeah.
better than I About It or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Where's Friendly? You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Sunshine,
not,
where's my dope?
you ain't nothing but a $3 hoe. You look at my coat. Let me tell you, man, the best rapper, I call it rapper movies. The
I
best
know what you're
rapper
gonna
movie.
say. I know what
You know
you're
what I'm
gonna
gonna say,
say.
though?
Yeah.
What? Thicker Than Water.
Yeah. With Fat Joe and
With
Mac
Fat
10.
Joe and Mac 10. Man, come on, man.
I like choices.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I even like Choices too. You know what I'm
Choices
saying?
too.
Yeah. I don't understand how they went from DJ Paul being a fucking genius in Choices 2 when he was just a powderhead in Choices 1. This ain't gonna hurt nothing. What'd your boy say? Just call me Pancho. Pancho V was, hey, yeah, man. Project Pat was a fool in that first choice.
Big Pat.
Yeah. I want you to be my right hand man because I'm taking your left. They cut that man left hand off, but still.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Welcome to wrestling.
Hey, hell yeah. We ain't even talked about wrestling yet. Hey, but yeah, choices was top. Choices was good, Thicker Than Water. I like I said, I even like Choices too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was all over the place with it, but it was good though. But yeah, man, like baller blocking was good. The game to be it's sold, the game to be sold, not told was good with Snoop them with C Murder. Say, bro, I got this dude with me. He ain't breathing no more.
I know which one's your favorite.
What's that?
I got the hook up.
Hey man, that movie was terrible, dog. The only reason you watch this is because Master P in it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why you watch Scorpion King, The Marine. Some of that shit you would never watch, but it's got wrestlers in it, and we gonna support and watch it and
Absolutely.
try to see the different side of them. And the same
Right.
thing with the rappers though, but most of them are just playing who they portray to be on records anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
um State Property, State Property 2.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
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 Those are both equally good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you feel about them, but
No, state. I like the first state property better than the second one.
oh, okay. Yeah, the second one had your boy in it though. He
Nor.
yeah, his wordplay is crazy anyway.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with
Yeah,
Nor.
figure deal me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said I ain't supposed to be with associated with Fidelis anyway. Yeah, man. So State Property was the shit. Yeah, but State Property 2 was good. But Thicker Than Water, man. That's just something about that one. That's one of my favorites. That and Choices, and even the 40 movie. Shoot, man. The E40 movie. I can see it right now. You know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know the name of that one though.
Man, hold on, we gotta go to the Google machine. I'm gonna think about it before it come up though. It wasn't Choices. He had a song called Choices. I got the movie right now, bro. Obstacles.
Obstacle.
Yeah. Cause remember he was in Three Strikes. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said, thank for taking that charge, but he said, take the charge. He threw the gun in my lap.
Literally.
Yeah, my Obstacles was all right though. But yeah, man. I don't know how we just got on the rapper movies, dog.
I don't know. We were talking about that verses, and then we just
Oh
kind
yeah.
of talked about
Yeah.
Master
Well,
P.
shout out to No Limit and Cash Money for doing that thing and then not being no real beef or nothing. And
Right.
a couple,
Absolutely.
like Baby said something crazy, but that was about it. You ain't had Busy Bone out there throwing bottled waters at nobody or nothing. So,
Right.
Well, listen, it's welcome to wrestling, man. Let's talk a little bit of wrestling. We're just gonna jump into talking about Saturday night's main event coming up. We've only got 3 matches so far. They'll probably add 1, maybe 2 more. I'm saying it's Saturday night's main event. It might just be 1 more, So, but let's talk about Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. So to talk about that one, we got to go to SmackDown with Jade. Ran in, made the save with Tiffany, and then turned heel on Tiffany. Probably should have known by the way she was dressed, how she came out. But she's very, fashionistic, you know what I'm saying? And you really haven't seen her in street clothes, I guess. So it might have been hard to judge, but she comes out, makes the save, but then, does the turn, does the heel turn. What you think about a heel turn for Jade Cargill?
Long time coming. She needed
Yeah,
to change. They went with the baby face. They went through the whole Bianca Trinity,
yeah,
that little threesome, and then they did the Trinity, then attacked Jade, and she took time off. I guess to hone her skills and to build that story. Then Trinity gets pregnant. They had something, but
yeah.
it didn't really pan out the
Because
way
Trinity was on
we
her way into being, she was supposed to be the top heel of the brand.
right, but
Yeah,
the timing of her pregnancy and everything just kind of
right,
we didn't know how far they was gonna go because they did something, but we didn't know. Cause remember she moved to the Raw brand though. She wasn't
right,
even on the SmackDown brand anymore, so we didn't even know what they was gonna do with that.
right.
However, however, whatever they had planned or was came to a halt anyway.
Yeah,
So we didn't know, and then she had a whole incident with the match with Nia Jax and them and broke her nose or whatever, and
yeah,
uh, and maybe that's what she needed. Not necessarily to break her nose, but time off again
yeah.
and to come back to repackage her, especially with Tiffany, because I think Tiffany time is almost up for me. And I just, and Bianca, she's away right now, and Charlotte and Alexa doing the tag team thing. So they have to do something. Plus, we're tired of Nia and Tiffany.
Yeah,
So it's almost like a no-brainer to do this. And
yeah.
the timing
So
of it, the time is now. And hopefully she can be a nasty heel.
let me
And
ask you a question real quick. Do you think so? We're not going to say she's a bad talent because if she was, I think they would have got rid of her by now. Because it's been too many things happen. You think turning her heel kind of helps her out a little bit as far as in the ring to where you can break the rules and instead of worrying about doing moves, you could be choking somebody, using the ropes to do this, kicking a person when they're in, in between the ropes, something like that, and it keeps you from having to really, really perform. You're
Plus,
still performing. You're still
you can play to the
performing,
crowd too. Like
right?
there's time where you could do something dirty and say, "It's my house," or
Right.
you know how they do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But what I'm
I
saying
agree
is,
with you.
does it take the eyes off of her as far as having to prove herself in so many different spots, having spots in the matches where she can spend, say she got to do 5 big spots in the match. So now it knocks it down to about 2, because 3 of those spots she could be doing, like say, playing to the crowd, choking with something, breaking some kind of rules, you know what I'm saying? Arguing with the referee, pushing the referee, stuff like that,
Or
to keep for them.
do a little powder begin the match. Like
Right,
you did a couple arm drags. I'm gonna get out of the ring for a second and
right,
make y'all wait on me. We gonna do
right,
this on my time.
right. Because as a face, you don't never want to take a powder. You're trying to fight back and try to make the comeback at all times. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
and
Trying to do reversals and stuff like this. So what I'm saying is, are they still trying to get her where they want, but still trying to push her at the same time?
I think that's exactly what it is. I
Yeah.
mean,
So I think that's where the heel turn comes from.
because she looks fantastic,
Oh
which a
yeah.
lot of them do, but they don't look like her.
No. She
You
looked like
know,
Bobby Lashley's sister or something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
she looks like one of the Marvel characters for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to try their damnedest to capitalize on that. They
Yeah.
invest a lot in her, so they're not gonna give up on her. Don't look like they are,
Yeah.
obviously, and they're keeping
Yeah.
her, because she's still a little new to the game. So this is her. She's new to the whole main event thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they're doing as a heel, and this is, I guess, her pathway to the championship.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna see if she can carry that mantle, because it looks like that's how things gonna go down. And I agree
So
with everything you just said. I think that's exactly why they doing it. Because she won't be as exposed
right.
as far as her in ring current ability.
Right. Because you're not gonna expect her to do all them different moves. You know what I'm saying? You can work on these and then
Right.
work on these and then you can bring them together. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm there with you. So does she go over and is she the new champion? Or do they make her
I,
wait just a little bit longer? Because the heel turn is fresh. And so you haven't really seen her cheat and stuff. So we'll know what kind of shenanigans and stuff she's gonna be pulling. You know what I'm saying? So
I I could be wrong, but I think she's gonna go over. Now we don't
okay.
know when's their first match is gonna be, since the heel turn.
Yeah,
However, could be Survivor Series for all we know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I I think she's gonna go over. I think Tiffany been champion for a long time. Shout out
mhm.
to Tiffy time. But she lost to Stephanie
At
in
Crown Jewel.
the Crown Jewel,
Yeah,
and I just think it's time for them to shake it up. She been champion for a long time,
right,
my opinion.
right. Yeah,
My opinion.
yeah,
Now, will Jay have a long title run? Maybe. I doubt it. That
yeah.
might be when Bianca comes back.
We're
You
definitely
know,
gonna see this. I think this is one of those situations where let's just go ahead and do it. And if she can do it, then let's stick with her. And she can't, at least we know now instead of knowing later.
right?
You know what I mean? So, um, I don't know if she goes over to. Uh, I think I think she probably does. Like I said, I think she probably does. I don't know how long the reign will be. that all depends on her. But as new as, like I say, when we get there, the Saturday's main event, she's only going to be in heel for a week. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to really know what to expect when she finally gets in the ring, how she's going to act, carry herself. What has she improved on since the last time we've seen her? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I probably think if I was to bet on it, if I was a part of the gambling ring, I would be like, I would say she's gonna go over. And real quick, while I say that, I did get a text from a dude today. I've been telling you for years, sports is rigged. It's just like professional wrestling. And I'm like, there's no way that's the same way. I want to get that clear when we talk about rigged and stuff. Sports ain't just coming in and saying, hey, you guys are going to lose, you guys are going to win, but make it look good. You know what I'm saying? You got players here and there being bought and shit like that. It's not no, you know what I'm saying? It's been one or two games probably been blown, but I don't think you don't have to turn back the hands of time and that it was nothing made. It wasn't like you had like 8 players on a baseball team is huge for all them to come together and do that. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never see nothing like that again, I don't think. But I didn't mean to get away from wrestling. Let's get back to it. I want to just, you know what I'm saying, put that out there. Because when we did talk about, sports being rigged and everything, I just think that's preposterous. So then we got Jey Uso and CM Punk. So Seth Rollins out. They had the Battle Royal last week for the number one contendership, or to face the number one contender, who is CM Punk, for the title. So Jimmy Uso spends all night saving Jey Uso. And then as soon as Jimmy gets in trouble, Jey goes over and eliminates both of them. With some heat there. But then we got our match. So here we are with Jey Uso and CM Punk. Now, the title's vacated. Somebody's got to win the title. So it's going to be, one of them's going to win. It's going to be a new champion. So there's no way of not doing that. We've talked about it before with CM Punk's contract. There's no doubt in my mind that to get him to come back was a title run. And the first year was rough for him, keep getting injured and stuff, but he's been real consistent here lately. Staying healthy and working and stuff. And does he go over tomorrow? I mean, not tomorrow, but next week. Does he go over? Who do you call? Because I know what I think is going to happen.
Well,
I want to know what you think first. Because CM Punk, there's no doubt in my mind that he's got a title run coming. I just didn't know. We just don't know when. But is it start next week, or is Jey Uso going to be a 2-time world champion?
I personally think that it's going to be Punk's time.
Mm-hmm.
However, Jey looked like the writing is on the wall for a heel turn, and maybe that's a part of the turn. Maybe he's going to do some shit to become the champion, to complete the heel turn.
I'm telling you, I'm saying Jey Uso goes over. I don't think it's going to be another long one. I think Punk will be next. Something's going to happen. But in my mind, I see the heel turn coming along with his brother, and his brother costing CM Punk the title. And I think they turn heel together.
There you go with that Homer fantasy booking. See, you don't want to accept the fact that what is it about Jimmy? What is it?
That's my guy, man. I like Jimmy Uso.
I know that.
Yeah.
I think that they gonna, because you gotta see, like Jimmy did the whole thing with Drew McIntyre on SmackDown.
Right,
It's
for
like they
Jacob.
give, yeah, they
Yeah.
giving him a whole nother lane. They pushing him in a different way. And I think the thing with Jay is gonna push Jimmy over the edge into like he gonna have to, I don't want to say snap, but show a different side of him,
Yeah.
because the shit with Jay is gonna drive him over the edge. It's almost like when that boiling water it's boiling, but you got the top over it, and you forget that you got the water boiling, and you hear that, the water is overflowing a little bit, over the pot. That's where Jimmy's at.
Yeah.
It's starting to bubble over, and whatever that may happen at Saturday night's main event will cause Jimmy to overflow
Mhm.
and get to that upper echelon in some kind of way. I don't know if it's going to be on Raw or if it's going to be on SmackDown, but it's the reason why they have him dealing with
All over
both
the place.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that would be cool to see what, if they both do it together, but I just don't see them doing that when they had Roman talking to him, telling him that, basically he need to find his own path, and the conversation he had with Cody on SmackDown. It, it's a lot there, and I just don't see them going through all of that just to, swerve everybody. Yeah, we
Yeah.
back together. I just don't see that happening.
Okay. So the I saw the you sent me a video the other day
Hmm.
on Facebook. I had already seen it, and then you sent it, and I was like, we got to talk about that. So it was fantasy booking of somebody else's with Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso. Jay wins the title, and then they have a match for the title against each other. You had the match from the 2 years ago. Um, I think a lot of people were disappointed. It was
WrestleMania
almost like,
40.
yeah, it was also almost like a super kick party.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to Young Bucks. But I think they'd like to get that one back and give it one more try. And what greater way would it be if not on WrestleMania, but for the title, the world title at that?
Yeah, that'd be
You
dope.
know, yeah. So I think that would be amazing for them, amazing for their family, and all that stuff. But it's a million. Of course, wrestler can go a million different ways, and like I say, CM Punk. It's no telling what they got. Somebody's got to turn heel because they need one.
Yeah.
Because Seth is gone. You already had Braun and Bronson. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
And
know,
Gun
dog.
and Gunther's still away, which I'm pretty convinced. I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna. I think he's gonna resurface with the John Cena thing.
You think so?
It only makes sense.
You think
Who's left?
you got to do somebody that's active?
And somebody who, I just think Gunther makes sense, because who would be best to put Cena out of misery? Put Goldberg out of misery, as far as storyline.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like it makes sense, because who's left? He fought AJ. He
mm,
he fought everybody. Punk, Randy, Cody twice,
yeah,
AJ. Jericho's not coming back till next year, right? If he
right.
come back, Ed's still under contract.
You know what? So I was going on Facebook today, and they had the Jericho cruise. You know what I'm saying? So it was like 370 some days it said to the cruise. So it's like in January. So it's going to be in 2027. So all 2026, like, you know what I'm saying? That might be right after his retirement.
Oh yeah.
And then, so, I mean, he might be going back to WWE.
Oh, I'm pretty convinced.
I am too. Like, but I think that'll be like, if he does that cruise, like right then, I think that'll be like right after he calls it quits.
Yeah.
He was a wrestler the whole year and do the thing like Cena did.
Yeah,
Cena might have set something up, boy. These motherfuckers trying to go on retirement tours now.
I mean, so Jericho and AJ done after 26.
That's what AJ said. You know, Jericho ain't, I mean, that's just the rumors. It ain't like we heard him say it. You know, but you know, heard AJ say it. He done.
Yeah.
You know. So, and that's gonna suck.
Well, I think Gunther, cause it just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like he went away. Now, if Punk wins the world title, though, it would make sense for Gunther to resurface then as well.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling that if this Brock Lesnar thing is real, and I don't know if they've been talking about it lately, I just kind of brought that up because I know that was the rumored match before all that the allegations came out with Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense for them to do that because who would be a better opponent for Brock Lesnar than Gunther?
Mm-hmm.
But it would make sense because we're
And it ain't
trying to
gonna be
figure
no.
out why did Brock squash Cena?
Yeah.
Okay, well that story seems like it's over. Well, it would make sense for Gunther to beat Cena and be like, well, you beat him, I beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Gunther has squashed Cena, but you still could do something with that.
Right. Right.
That's why I think that seems like Gunther would be the one. But who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows?
So who you calling? You calling CM Punk to win?
I'm calling Punk to win.
Okay. I think Jey Uso gonna be 2-time world champ.
Well, I mean that'd be cool.
It would be.
Especially complete his heel turn.
Yeah. Do you think it's time for the heel turn for him?
It's crazy because he's so over still. Like they be yeeting like crazy. Till like he was eating with the baby, dog.
It don't seem like it's done slowed down now.
No, it's off the hook. But it looked like they about to pull that trigger, man.
What if
And the
he joins the
timing,
division?
wow. I
They
don't see
already
that.
be up CM Punk. Man, what if they came out there and cost him the title? And cost CM Punk the title, and then they look like after they gonna beat up, Jay, and then Jimmy run out there and they all three beat up Jimmy, and they hold Jey Uso up on their shoulders with Paul Heyman.
Oh.
And then Cody Rhodes and which kind of got to follow Drew McIntyre got to follow that.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be one's gonna be the first match, one's gonna be the last match.
Right. Because you're not gonna put the girls on first.
No, plus they're not gonna put them championship matches back to back like that.
Right. But all three of them are championship matches.
they're not gonna put the two men's back to back
Oh
like
no,
that.
hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna have to take some time after that Jay joined the Vision.
There you go, that fancy booking. That that would be some shit though. I mean, who knows at this point?
And then you're gonna have the Vision versus Jimmy, freaking CM Punk, and Jacob Fatu. He gonna go to Raw. I'm just talking shit now, but I think that'd be crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even better than Jimmy turning heel with him. If they turn in to beat up on him, man. And the wise man came out there.
Hmm.
Well, Roman Reigns gonna be pissed.
Hmm.
Well, let's talk about Cody and Drew McIntyre. They've been going at it. Of course, it was supposed to be Jacob. You have Jimmy Uso's and put himself in that situation as well. So, and everybody's dying for a Cody heel turn, but I don't think that's gonna happen. They'll turn Jey Uso heel before they turn Cody heel.
Oh, well, I mean, we know it writing's on the wall with the Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't pull that trigger, I'd be shocked. Now,
Right.
Within the foreseeable future. But as far as Cody, if they ever decide to do that, I think it'd be epic.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing that right now as well.
Not right this
He's
minute.
too much of the face of the company. He's kissing too many babies. He's going to the Good Morning Americas. He's on the Pat McAfee's and the First Takes.
Right.
He's doing all that stuff.
And that to tell you right there. And that right there is going to tell you who's going to go over anyway.
Yeah.
Cody is not losing this match. You could have Jacob Fatu might return. They say it's a dental thing. If it's a dental thing, it shouldn't be that long. Because at first they were talking, he hurt until way into 26. Well, now it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful with these jabronis you be reading on the internet and stuff.
So what? The TV Johnny and Paul Wall them ain't get him right.
I don't know.
I joked about him going to Eddie's.
Eddie'd been straight.
I mean, what's going on with dude? Like, what's the real story with Jacob?
They ain't give no real specifics.
He bit into a pork chop and cracked his cranium. Right. I mean, what's going on, man?
You know what I mean? Now that sound like yup mouth.
Right.
I don't think there's much to talk about with the Drew and Cody match. I know it's going to be a good hard hitting match. Everybody's going to get their stuff in. Cody's going to go over. Is it shenanigans? Either way, he goes over. But hit him with the belt the last time they got into it. Well, not this SmackDown, but the SmackDown before. Does he cheat to win? But just still doesn't even act like, nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Does he lose his temper enough to where he goes for the title now? Because that's always been the thing here lately. He can't do the bad stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's got to throw it down or whatever. Or I'm right about to use it. Then no, I'm better than this. So, I mean, clearly he's going to go over, but it's just how he goes over is what's going to be interesting.
Right.
But he's going to get the win. So, but that's how I feel about it. I don't know. I don't know if anybody gets involved. If they do, either way, he's going to go over. Bottom line, Talking about Cena in his last match, just real quick. We talk again. Do you think there's any way in hell that it's The Rock? Any way in the world is him?
No.
That'd be a crazy way to go out.
I mean, it would. I mean, it would make all the sense in the world if they was to do that.
Yeah.
Cause then they could kind of like put somewhat of a closure to that whole Travis Scott situation. They could really rap. They could really like.
You could really finish telling the story.
Mend some fences with that if they can somehow pull that off. But I just don't see The Rock wrestling on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
If he was to come back. I mean, yeah, it'd be bigger than that because Cena's last match. So it's not just your typical Saturday night's main event. I understand that.
Right.
However, I just don't. If the Rock, it seemed like he would. If it's not WrestleMania, he's not gonna do it.
Right.
Could be wrong. We may never see The Rock wrestle again.
But yet he's still on the board.
But it just, if they was to do that, then they would be doing the fans a favor of making some sense to this whole Cena heel turn on Cody. It made sense at the time because he wanted Cody's soul.
Right. But then you just never showed back up. So we don't.
They never finished that off. And it's just like, what the hell's going on? So that would be cool. But I don't know. Then the Rock lost a lot of weight and stuff, and there's a lot of weird rumors going on with that, and I don't know, man. I don't know. But I will pop for that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, that's Saturday night's main event coming up next Saturday. And by the time we join y'all again, we'll be talking about what happened, what matches they added. At least they're going to at least add one more, probably.
Right. Probably something going to happen on Raw.
Right. Or SmackDown or whatever. Yeah. So, but when we come back for episode 46, we'll be seeing if we were right and if anything happened, anything fun happened, and just talking about a little bit of Welcome to Wrasslin. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, people. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we appreciate the hell out y'all for just watching anyway. And brother, it's Welcome to Wrasslin.
Welcome to Wrasslin.
Welcome to Wrasslin.
Welcome to Wrasslin, Chetty Bobby. Welcome to Wrasslin with Big E and the PODCAST, tag champs of the whole world, slamming like a DDT. Got it like just like a figure four. Hulk Hogan, all they do is flex. Talking wrestling while they get the dough. Off the top like a superplex. Think they letting up? Hell no. Dusty Rose with the elbow. From the corner like a stinging splash straight to the face. I know you felt those. Hey, y'all crying out for help though. Rising up like the dead man. About to go upside your head like Stone Cold with the bedpan. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling where you need to be. Chetty Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Bottom line, if you want the facts, welcome to Wrestling where you need to be. Chetty Bobby, this show improved like John Cena, you ain't seeing me. Yeah.